Did you know that the word stewardesses is the longest word that you can type using just your left hand on the typewriter or computer keyboard? Did you know that? Did anyone know that? Well, you must have been at the drive-in this morning. Did you know that an ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain? How many of you knew that? Well, a few people knew that. Did you know that in order to escape the grip of a crocodile's jaws, you should just push your thumbs in his eyeballs and he'll let you go instantly? Did anyone know that? Okay, well, you'll not confronted with a whole lot of crocodiles around Monticello here, but if you ever need that piece of information. Now, if you multiply the number 111,111,111 times 111,111,111, the result will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, isn't that interesting? Aren't you glad you know that? Now, there's a math teacher there in the back that she was aware of that. But did you know that no word in the English language rhymes with month, orange, silver, or purple? And Pastor Alex, did you know how Hershey's Kisses got their name? They got their name because of the way they're produced, and the machine comes down to the conveyor belt, and it looks like it's kissing the conveyor belt when it puts that little piece of chocolate there. And so that's how it became known as Hershey's Kisses. Now, I've wondered how Hershey's Hugs got their name, but well, yeah, I've just shared with you a number of facts. Even though the facts may be true, I don't know that they're really going to help you out a whole lot in life. Except, of course, you're in the grips of the jaws of a crocodile, then it was maybe useful information. But the Holy Spirit speaks truth into our lives. And the truth that the Holy Spirit speaks into our lives can be transformational in our lives as it leads us in the ways that God desires for us to go. Today is the fourth sermon in a series of sermons we've been doing about the Holy Spirit. Talking about the Holy Spirit, and last week we talked about how Jesus referred to the Holy Spirit as the Spirit of truth. God's Holy Spirit reveals truth into our lives. Now, He may reveal truth into our lives in a number of different ways. Maybe we read His Word. And as we're reading His Word, the Holy Spirit kind of prompts us at that point and says, this Word's for you. You need to listen. It may even be a passage that we've read many times before. But all of a sudden we read it today and the Holy Spirit says, you need to listen to this. You need to hear what God's Word has to say. Sometimes the Holy Spirit will speak to us through preaching. Paul talks about the foolishness of preaching, that God chooses to use that because the Holy Spirit, sometimes as you're sitting here in the sanctuary, the Holy Spirit will say, you need to listen to this. The pastor's talking right to you at this moment. Now, trust me, I've not got you in mind specifically, but there are times when the Holy Spirit will speak to you specifically through preaching. And people will say that to me on the way out. I think you were preaching right at me today. Well, no, I was sharing what I believe God wanted me to share, but the Holy Spirit was saying to you, you need to listen. This is for you. Sometimes the Holy Spirit speaks truth to us through other people. God can use other people to speak. Sometimes God's Holy Spirit speaks to us in His still small voice within our spirit. And leading us and guiding us in the way we should go. The Holy Spirit is also described as a counselor. One who comes alongside and listens and guides. The Holy Spirit will reveal or teach us what we need to know. The Holy Spirit will remind us of the truth that's in God's Word, and will remind us the truth that is revealed in Jesus' teaching or revealed in the Bible. As we respond to the Holy Spirit's leading in our life, then the fruit of the Spirit is produced in our character and in our relationships. The fruit of the Spirit being love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. When we respond to the Holy Spirit's leading in our lives, then these characteristics come forth in our character and also in the ways that we respond to others. Beginning on the first Sunday of July, just in a couple weeks, we're going to start talking about the fruit of the Spirit and how it is that this fruit of the Spirit can be nurtured and can grow in our lives. And today, as we continue to look at how the Holy Spirit works and what the Holy Spirit does, we're going to be looking at a passage from John chapter 16. I want to look at John 16 and begin reading at verse 5. Jesus said, "Now I am going to him who sent me, yet none of you ask me, 'Where are you going?' Because I have said these things, you are filled with grief. But I tell you the truth. It is for your good that I am going away. Unless I go away, the Counselor will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you. When he comes, he will convict the world of guilt in regard to sin and righteousness and judgment. In regard to sin, because men do not believe in me. In regard to righteousness, because I am going to the Father, where you can see me no longer. And in regard to judgment, because the prince of this world now stands condemned. I have much more to say to you, more than you can now bear. But when he, the Spirit of truth, comes, he will guide you into all truth. He will not speak on his own. He will speak only what he hears, and he will tell you what is yet to come. He will bring glory to me by taking from what is mine and making it known to you. All that belongs to the Father is mine. That is why I said the Spirit will take from what is mine and make it known to you." Remember, this interaction between Jesus and his disciples is happening in the upper room. It's happening during the evening of the Last Supper. Jesus is going to be arrested in a matter of a few hours. He's going to be crucified in less than a day. And Jesus understood what was going to be happening, and he's trying to prepare his disciples for what is going to lie ahead, not only in the next few hours, but also in the days ahead as they carry forth with his ministry. But he also recognizes that the disciples have very much an inward focus. They're not really concerned about God's bigger plan at this point, but they're more concerned about themselves. And as Jesus tells his disciples that he's going to leave them, none of them ask, well, where are you going? What they're most concerned about is the fact that they're going to be left alone. And Jesus recognizes the grief, their sense of loss. Jesus recognizes that they're filled with grief for themselves rather than looking at God's bigger picture and God's bigger plan. We all grieve when we have some sort of a major loss. I think the most common time we think of grief is when a loved one or someone close to us has died. But grief can also happen with the loss of a job, the loss of health, the loss of a marriage, the loss of a relationship, the loss of a dream. We grieve when we must give something up that we're not ready yet to release or to let go of. Well, the disciples are not ready to release Jesus. But it was for selfish reasons. Because they couldn't understand or they couldn't grasp God's bigger plan, and they just wanted Jesus to stay with them and continue to walk with them day by day. Verse 7, Jesus told them, "I tell you the truth. It's good that I'm going away, because if I don't go away, then the Counselor will not come. The Holy Spirit will not come if I do not go away." Jesus tells them, "You don't understand it now, but someday you will. Someday you'll see the bigger picture and you'll recognize that it is good that I go away and that the Holy Spirit comes."